Some people say cozy games are just for relaxing. Farming, fishing, vibing to lo-fi beats. But what if I told you, some cozy games are actually making a real difference in the world? Today we're diving into cozy and wholesome games that don't just make us feel good while we play, they carry messages about kindness, conservation, grief, and some even plant real trees or donate to charity. If you're into cozy games that do more than just relax you, hit like now. It helps more cozy gamers find these hidden gems. Okay, let's get started. Let's begin with Alba, a wildlife adventure. On the surface, it's simple and sunny. You're a little girl visiting her grandparents on a Mediterranean island. You take photos of animals, help wildlife, and pick up litter. But here's the part that floored me. For every download of the game, the devs pledged to plant a tree. And they didn't stop at a few thousand, they've planted over 1 million trees. That's not just symbolic, it's a real-world forest of change. When I first learned that, it made me think, gaming is often criticized as being wasted time. But here's a game where your purchase literally plants a tree. It's almost like flipping that criticism on its head. It also reminded me of being a kid, walking with my family, spotting animals, and feeling like even small actions mattered. What about you? Do in-game actions that inspire real-world change matter to you? Drop a comment, I'd love to hear your take. And speaking of nature, conservation doesn't just happen on land, it stretches into the oceans too, which brings us to our next game. In Spilled, you pilot a little solar-powered boat, scooping up oil spills and cleaning the ocean. It's cozy, it's simple, almost like power washing the sea. But here's the meaningful twist. The dev pledged to donate part of the profits to ocean charities. That means protecting whales, dolphins, and more. It makes me wonder, should more indie devs do this? Use their games to shine lights on causes they care about? And honestly, it feels fitting. Alba shows us planting hope, Spilled shows us cleaning messes. Both remind us that even small actions, in games or in life, ripple outward. And by the way, if you're enjoying this so far, I've got a whole playlist of cozy spotlights linked up here. Check it out after this video for even more wholesome finds. But not all cozy games are about nature. Some focus directly on us and how we treat each other. Kind Words flips the idea of impact inward. Instead of planting trees or cleaning oceans, it plants seeds of kindness. Millions of anonymous letters have been exchanged. Thoughtful notes, encouragement, just words set to chill lo-fi beats. And it's not flashy. There are no levels, no scores, just connection. I've played it on rough days, and honestly, it's powerful to see a stranger take a moment just to lift you up. It's almost like therapy, but gentler. What I love is how it proves something important, that cozy games aren't only about farming and fishing, they can literally make someone's day better. Have you ever played a cozy game that made you feel less alone? Let me know in the comments, I might feature your answer in a future video. But what happens when a cozy game asks us not to give kindness, but to actually feel grief, or empathy for those without a voice? That's where things get heavier. In Endling, you don't just play a game, you embody the last mother fox on Earth. You guide your cubs through a collapsing world, you feed them, protect them, and you feel the weight of every choice. It's cozy in its intimacy, but heartbreaking in its story. And that's the point. It's not just gameplay, it's empathy training. This is one of those games that sticks with you. Long after the credits roll, you're still thinking about those fox cubs. And maybe that's the strength of cozy games with a cause. They don't have to be loud to be powerful, they just make you feel. If you want more cozy games with storytelling like this, make sure to subscribe. I've got plenty more deep dives coming. And speaking of empathy, our next game shifts from environmental collapse to something deeply personal. Before I Forget is a short narrative about dementia. You wander through the home of a woman with early onset dementia, piecing together her memories, moments of clarity, moments of disorientation. It's not flashy, it's not long, but it's unforgettable. Games like this are important, because dementia is hard to understand from the outside. But here, for just an hour, you feel it, you live it. And just like Endling forces empathy for animals, Before I Forget invites empathy for humans. If you're enjoying this deeper look at cozy games, please tap like. It helps more people discover this kind of content. That reflective quality is also at the heart of our next game, but with a softer, nostalgic tone. Dordogne feels like flipping through a watercolour photo album. You play as Mimi, revisiting her grandmother's home in France, exploring childhood memories and reconnecting with her past. The art is stunning, but the heart of the game? It's about family, nostalgia, and remembering where we come from. I think this one resonates with anyone who's ever lost someone and then walked into their house years later. That feeling of memory rushing back all at once. If Before I Forget leans into sorrow and confusion, Dordogne leans into warmth and reflection. And if Dordogne is about memory, then our next game is about something just as universal, learning how to let go. In Cozy Grove, you're a scout on a haunted island. You help lost spirit animals find peace, you listen to their stories, you help them heal. Unlike Dordoigne's one-time journey, Cozy Grove is designed for daily play, small sessions, one day at a time. And that's brilliant, because Breathe doesn't resolve overnight. Healing takes time. Where other games push endless grinding, Cozy Grove gently says, slow down, take your time, heal a little each day. I remember checking into Cozy Grove daily for a while, and honestly, it felt like a mindfulness exercise. A little reminder to pause and breathe. If you agree that games like this deserve more love, hit subscribe and join our cozy gaming community. And that brings us to the bigger picture. So what do all these games have in common? They prove cozy and wholesome games are more than just escapism. They're reflective, they're educational, and they're impactful. From Alba planting real trees, to Kind Word spreading millions of supportive messages, to Endling confronting us with hard truths. These games make us feel something beyond relaxation. And personally, I think cozy games might be one of the most underrated forces for good in gaming right now. And here's something I want to leave you with. Do you think cozy games like these actually inspire people to take action in real life? Or are they just a feel-good moment that makes us feel like we've done something without actually doing it? I don't think there's a single answer. For some people, it is just cozy escapism. For others, it might spark a small change, and sometimes that spark is enough. But I'd love to hear from you. Do cozy games really make a difference, or are they just feel-good experiences? Drop your hot take in the comments, I read every single reply. And if this discussion got you thinking, make sure to like this video, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss the next cozy deep dive. Let's build this community together. Thanks so much for watching. Continue your cozy journey with the playlist on screen. And remember, gaming should always be your happy place.